Welcome to WrenchWay Weekly, where we talk about the industry's hot topics, highlight the voice of technicians, and educate shops and dealerships on how to help improve the industry. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give our video a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. The topic for this week centers around female technicians, what we can do to understand how many technicians are in the industry, and what we can do to attract more. The question was, how many female technicians does your shop or dealership currently employ, and what do you think the industry can do to encourage more women to pursue a career as a technician? The results came back that 77% said none, that there's no female technicians in their shop or dealership. 19% said 1 to 2, 4% said 3 to 5, and 0% said 6 or more. I don't think the data that came back from our WrenchWay Insiders is overly surprising this time around, right? We know that there's not enough female technicians in this business, and that we probably have to do a little bit more to encourage them to get involved and show them that it can be a really attractive career for them. I do see some trends as we're starting to get, I think it's really cool that even 4% of our respondents said 3 to 5 female technicians are in their shop. I think that's really, really uncommon, right? Because the shops that I know where there's a female technician, a lot of times there's only the one. And sometimes I think that kind of creates kind of an uncomfortable environment for that female technician. So being able to get more so there are more than just one female technician in a shop, I think is really, really important. So what do we need to do? We need to get more women into the industry. We talk about it all the time with trying to get younger people interested in our business and in our industry in general. Really kind of focusing on that female demographic might be another avenue to try and get more people in the shop, and really talented, smart people. So a lot of the comments that we talked about, and really that question was a two-part question, where the first is, how many technicians do you have in your shop? How many female technicians do you have in your shop? The second being, how do we encourage more to pursue a career as a technician? So a lot of the feedback was based on what they thought they could do to encourage and attract more women to our industry. And frankly, a lot of the comments that came back just said, we don't know how. We don't know. We're not sure how to attract more women to get interested in our industry, but they wanted to know more about what other people thought. So a lot of the comments really focused around promoting our trade to kids at a younger age, right? And I don't think this is just a female thing. This is our industry as a whole. We need to do a better job at communicating and talking and educating these schools on how great these careers can be and how lucrative they can be in the certain in the right situation. One of the comments that we had was, I think during high school, skilled trades should be highlighted just as much as a 4-year college degree. 100% agree with that. We talk about it all the time, right? And that's not just a WrenchWay or Find a Wrench thing. This is in the industry in general, something that we feel passionate about, that we need to get into the schools and really educate them, whether it's a guidance counselor or a tech ed instructor, be able to show them what the current industry is. This next comment kind of builds on that piece, and I think it's really important that we talk about it. This comment says, in the past, I have worked with some great female technicians. I think the industry needs to show that today's technicians are not all about replacing greasy parts. The best technicians are doing a lot of the work in their heads. And understanding of vehicle fuel, electrical, and communication systems is most valuable. We hear it all the time in that regard too, and this comment talks to this, where we're wanting to get people with better diagnostic skills that really dive in, understand the systems, how they work, and how they communicate and talk to each other, so that we can really be able to fix them, right? Be able to tell somebody what's wrong with them. And being able to show that side of our business is something that's so important, not just to female technicians, but to technicians in general. Now, I will say showing that different piece, I think, is really, really valuable to that younger generation of females that might be looking at becoming a technician, that, hey, you know what? These are really smart people. They don't get super greasy all the time. And really, there's a science to being able to figure this stuff out. So if you're a problem solver, it doesn't matter if you're female or male. Come to our industry, because we can help you out. We can help you flourish and really put some training behind that problem solving and that critical thinking aspect that so many female technicians are good at, right? Being able to kind of think through things, I think there's just a huge benefit there. And then the last comment that we're going to talk about is a comment that I think is almost a little bit telling of the industry in general. And again, something that I don't know that it completely just focuses on female employees, but just technicians in general. This comment says, focusing on female employees, in my mind, as a cure to helping fix the tech shortage isn't where the auto industry needs to be focusing on. Bottom line is, raise the pay, the benefits, and cut the hours and days needed to work each week, and you'll attract and retain more employees. Most jobs I look at that require just 5 years or more tech experience are paying more to start and better benefits than what a lot of techs get after 10 to 20 years in the field. There's zero motivation to stay wrenching. I hope this is changing, right? And this is something where when you hear this comment, I think this person is very right in a couple of different avenues, right? There's being able to say, hey, you know what, we're going to focus on getting female techs into our shops and that's going to fix everything. I don't think that's what we're saying, right? We just want to make it more attractive as another avenue to be able to bring more talented people into our industry. Now, I do think some of the things that this individual talked about are true to the industry in general, right? I think there is a need for better understanding, better pay in some regards. And, you know, it all comes down to a shop being more profitable, right? The more profitable a shop is, the more they can pay, the better the benefits they can offer, and maybe the more flexibility they can have in their schedule. So I think this is something that is, the underlying communication of what we heard back from WrenchWay Insiders wasn't overly specific to female technicians, but to technicians in general and trying to appeal to younger technicians. This is something we've talked about in months past. We did the roundtable in January that was focused on how we get more students into the industry in general, so younger people in general. So, the key that I think that this last individual was talking about is, in order to keep these people in the field, in order to retain them and have that motivation to stay wrenching, there's some things we need to improve and some things that we need to work on. I do have the benefit of seeing so many shops making headway into this that are doing a better job, and I'd encourage you, those of you that are doing that, to keep doing that. Those of you that haven't put a focus on that yet, please try. I think it's so important to our industry, and not only to somebody staying within your business, but there's so many people that are worried about somebody coming and poaching their employees. I tend to say you're focusing on the wrong thing, right? Focus on ways to make that tech's life easier. Focus on ways to help them improve and reach their goals and their aspirations. And I think you'll have a lot more success on the retention side, and then therefore more on the recruiting side, because you'll hear more people wanting to come join that culture. As a reminder, we are going to be talking about this topic in depth at our next WrenchWay Roundtable, which is next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. The event is free to attend, but you must register. We've included a link to the registration page in the video description. Our colleague Kristen Battaglia is actually going to be the one running this roundtable, so I'll get a month off of that. She's going to be awesome at this, and our panel is just incredible. I keep saying that every month, but it just continues to blow my mind how we're able to get talented people on these panels, and I definitely think this is one that you're going to want to tune in for. I do want to say thank you to all of you that provided feedback on this week's topic. Our WrenchWay Insiders continue to just provide incredible insight. We thank you so much. It really, truly means a lot to us that we get that good, candid feedback and that we protect you, right? We don't want to expose somebody that has maybe something critical to say, because we don't want them to be punished for it, right? We want that good, candid feedback so that we're able to relay that to the shops and be able to really educate. We talk about that education factor, but it's so important. So as you know, if you answer our topic of the week in the WrenchWay Insiders mobile app and play our higher or lower game, you get to compete to win our weekly giveaway. I want to say a huge thank you to our friends at FULLBAY for sponsoring this week's giveaway. The giveaway was a $100 Amazon gift card, and the winner was Robert Scott with a high score of 30. congratulations, Robert. Hopefully you get to enjoy that $100 Amazon gift card. Again, thank you so much to FULLBAY. I'm wearing the FULLBAY hat this week. Really great partner of ours, and I'd encourage you to check them out. Robert did also get a chance to play the Queen of Hearts game, try to win that Queen of Hearts pot. Unfortunately, he did not turn over the Queen of Hearts, so the pot has increased to $700. You can see that pot starting to trickle back up again. We gave away the $2,400 a couple weeks ago, and it's already back to $700. So it just keeps going and going and going every week, and it's as a reward to all of you for giving us this great candid feedback that we really need to help educate the industry. We did just post new challenges, so go complete those to earn more points to play our higher or lower game, which is now sponsored this coming week. It's actually sponsored by Diesel Laptops. You've heard me talk about Diesel Laptops in the past. I'm a huge fan of everything that their team does, and all of the training opportunities they have available, all of the tools they have available. Just a cutting edge company that does a lot of great stuff. So go check out Diesel Laptops and FULLBAY. Both of them are incredibly great partners of us here at WrenchWay, and we'd be more than happy to refer them to you. They're just great people, and will help you get to reach those goals that you're looking for. The WrenchWay Insider app is invite only, so if you'd like to receive an invite, you can fill out the form on the WrenchWay website, or we'll put the link in the video description, or you can email us at info@wrenchway.com. The topic for next week is talking about burnout and just job burnout in general. And this one is a really important topic. I think we've all been through some level of burnout throughout our careers. And for a manager to have insight and to understand what creates that job burnout is so important. So the topic for next week, the Mayo Clinic defines job burnout as a special type of work-related stress, a state of physical or emotional exhaustion that also involves a sense of reduced accomplishment and loss of personal identity. Do you think you're experiencing some level of job burnout? And so, as you can see, we put the definition of job burnout there so you can really understand what that means. For those of you WrenchWay Insiders that are going to answer this, I really want to hear what you have to say about this. It can be a really tough job at times, and like for us here in the Midwest, we've just gone through a really tough winter, cold, snow, all of the fun stuff. And that can really drive some level of cabin fever and some level of feeling burnt out. And that doesn't matter if it's just Wisconsin or if you go down to the lovely state of Florida. There's just times that you're going to feel that burnout. You're going to feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And it could be stuff that's related to your home life, which is maybe caused by not making enough money, or maybe you just screwed up a job that was a gimme and maybe your mind wasn't in the right place. So I'm really looking forward to diving into this one. This is one that is near and dear to my heart. I love talking about it. Can't wait for that. Of course, we'd love to hear your feedback on this very topic. To provide your feedback, you can log into the WrenchWay Insiders app and find the poll titled WrenchWay Weekly Topic of the Week. Lastly, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and give this video a thumbs up. We appreciate all of you WrenchWay Insiders. We appreciate the industry, and we appreciate that you're taking the time to listen to this message, and hopefully we're able to produce some more great content that can help both sides kind of understand each other and close that communication gap. Thank you so much and have a great week. Thanks again to Diesel Laptops and FULLBAY for all of your support. We love you guys. Have a great week.